What's happening, guys? Welcome to the channel. Those of you who are subscribed, welcome back to the channel. Those of you who haven't subscribed, you might want to consider doing that now. We are doing Zul'Farrak solo gold farm dungeon runs today, and I have done 20. Well, I'm actually getting ready to complete. This is my 20th run. Um, Takes me roughly about 5.5 minutes per run to knock these out, so it doesn't take a lot of time. We're about 2 hours in for 20 runs. One of the things to note about Zul'Farrak is um, you can get knocked off your mount in this dungeon, and you can get hexed. So Druid in travel form works really well. If you don't, when I run it on my paladin, I use the chauffeured mount, the heirloom chauffeured mount, because you can't get knocked off of it because you're not driving it. You can get hexed and it'll kind of stun you for a second, but you won't get knocked off your mount, so you can kind of keep rolling. All right, so I'm going to run through real quick just to show you on my last run how I do it. I basically do it in two pulls. I don't kill any of the bosses in this dungeon, and then we're going to take a look at what all I have in my bags, what it says we have. Then we're going to head over to the auction house, post it up, and see what the real possibility for gold is for the 20 runs of this dungeon. So let's go ahead and knock out this last run real quick. I just kind of go through and try to aggro everything. I don't really stress if I don't pull every mob in the dungeon. Like I said, it's two pulls, so it's really super quick. And I get pretty much everything on every pull. Lot of really popular classic transmog items in this dungeon. Great dungeon for kind of building your auction house base. One of the things we like to talk about when we're doing transmog is you really need to build a big base of items in the auction house to start seeing consistent sales coming in. And since I've come back to retail, I finally got to the point where I'm starting to see that. And the other thing is, don't rely on transmog to be your sole source of gold. I get messages from people all the time. I'm not making any gold. My stuff's not selling. I don't know what to do. Do some material farms. Work your professions. Um, do some auction house flipping. I've got some videos on auction house flipping. So we'll stop right here and kind of line of sight this everything that we've pulled in the dungeon so far. And we're just going to kind of mow this all down real quick. Loot that up. But yeah, so successful gold making strategy involves a mix of everything. Like you'll see, I put up a video earlier in the week about a triple farm where I combine three farms. I combined Sunwell, Firelands, and the Baby Crocolisk Savage Leather Skinning Farm, which is a really good combination because Sunwell gives you like the really big stuff, like the home run stuff. If you hit there, you can do really well. Firelands gives you a nice base of some epics and some patterns that can sell, but they don't sell for a ton. And then the Savage Leather Farm just gives you, materials just sell really well. Being on the regional auction house, pretty much any material, even if they don't sell for a lot, they sell really well. You've always got people leveling professions. You've always got people uh, crafting transmog gear. So you can't go wrong with materials. And Savage Leather does really well, always. no matter what. So we're just going to head back down through here, grab this last area of mobs. We'll line of sight all this, mow it down, and we're pretty much done. Now the sand tombs, I guess you call them over here. A lot of people like to loot those. I don't. I don't typically loot them. I will every couple of runs just in case. But to be honest with you, I know there's people that swear that really good stuff comes out of there. I've honestly never had anything really good come out of it. Um, but you never know. Wow, RNG, anything's possible, right? All right, so we're just going to let these guys kind of gather up, throw them down. Loot up that last bit, and we are done with our 20 runs. Um, Bags are pretty full. I have almost 2,000 pieces of made weave cloth. Let's see what our bag appraiser says. We have 187,000 gold in gold value items. And that is based upon TSM market value. I'm going to get back to town, get the trash out of my bags, um, and then we'll head over to the auction house. We'll get it all posted up, and then see what we really have in gold value based on my. All right, so we made it to the auction house, and again, bag appraiser based upon TSM market value being fed to it says I have about 188,000 gold in value in my bags, which would be really nice. That 20 runs of Zul'Farrak took me about 2 hours total. So we'd be sitting at over 90,000 gold an hour. But what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and post it up in the auction house and see what the value is or potential value on my server. Again, the Zul'Farrak stuff usually sells fairly well. I mean, we know the transmog game. Some of it will sell quickly, some of it will take a while. I didn't hit any home runs on those 20 runs. I got just the four blues, nothing major. I got some recipes. I really like recipes because they generally sell well. And then again, Zul'Farrak gives you a lot of really popular classic transmog looks and a wide range, big loot table. So again, really, really good for helping to build that auction house base. So we're going to go ahead and run our post scan, and we'll take a look. Uh, this was my first gold farm run on this character. I only had some light hide that I put up here for 12 gold, so that's it. I have no other auctions listed. So this will be on my first dungeon gold farm posting on this character. One of the things I wanted to mention to you guys is because we can transmog gray and white items, don't always assume that gray and white items are trash. What I do is I have a separate character, a low level bank character, that I will mail all the white and gray items to. And I do 48-hour auction listings on all of those items. And just like once a week, go purge it out, see what we did. And you'd be amazed at how much gold you can get posting white and gray items. All right, so we've got everything set up. We're going to, like I said, no home runs really. Couple 5,000, the Blood Forge, of course, 4,000, 1,000, 3,000, 2,000. So again, no huge value, which is going to tell me that I'm probably not going to meet that bag appraiser value, which is okay. but it also tells me I've probably got a pretty good base of stuff that's going to sell. So let's go ahead and post it all up real quick. It's one of the things I love about TSM is you can post the gear and weapon stuff up really quick. For those of you who follow my videos, you know I do not use TSM to post materials because I just like to have a lot more control over my material posting and take a look at it. I use Auctionator for that, and it's got some really nice built-in warnings. Um, like if somebody's posting super low to try to get you to undercut and sell something for an outrageously low price, Auctionator will warn you of that. And we are just about done. If you're not using TSM, you've got to be using TSM. I've got some videos on how you can use TSM to set up or figure out what you want to gold farm transmog wise and where you would go farm it. I'll link that video in the description below. It's a really good one for you to check out. And I'm going to start doing these 20 runs often. I want to literally do every um, dungeon in the game just to see where we are. And let's take a look. 118 auctions for 157,000. So not bad. 30,000 off, but 157,000. We're going to say 158,000. So 75, 79,000 gold per hour if everything sells the way it's posted up. Not a bad run. Zul'Farrak, great dungeon for you to get your transmog base set up in the auction house. If you're just getting started with gold farming via transmog, I really, really recommend you try it. If you do decide to do it and you do the 20 runs or whatever you do, please make sure you leave a comment below here. Let us know how you did. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, if you would just take a moment, it really helps me out. Hit that subscribe button, hit a like and a share. I'd really appreciate it. And until we get to the next video, we'll see you guys later. Peace.